4:30 a.m. While the world is still fast asleep, Kobe Bryant is already at the gym. The sun hasn't risen yet, but the fire in his eyes is already blazing. This isn't a special day. This is just Monday. What about you? 6 a.m. Your alarm goes off for the third time. You think, just 5 more minutes. And the story repeats itself every single day. So what makes people like Kobe Bryant, Elon Musk, or Serena Williams able to maintain such energy and motivation? Do they have special genes, or are they simply different from us? I used to believe that success was just about talent and luck, until I discovered a shocking truth. The brains of high performers operate completely differently. In the next 30 minutes, we'll decode this mystery together. Not through empty advice, but through science. Through research from Harvard, Stanford, and MIT. Because when you understand how a high performer operates, you can create one within yourself. And if you think they're born different, listen to this story. Michael Jordan, the man we know as the GOAT of basketball, was once cut from his high school basketball team. The coach said he wasn't talented enough. So what changed? The answer will surprise you. Part 1. Psychological factors. To understand the secret of Michael Jordan and other high performers, we need to start where everything is born. The mind. Dr. Carol Dweck from Stanford spent over 30 years researching to discover this. People with a growth mindset have brains that react completely differently to failure. When facing failure, the average person's brain activates the pain processing region. They'll avoid it. But high performers, their brain's learning and problem-solving region lights up like fireworks. Elon Musk failed 3 times in a row with SpaceX. Each time a rocket exploded, he lost $90 million. But instead of giving up, he said, "Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you're not innovating enough." This is the first difference. High performers don't see failure as the end. They see failure as data. But there's a factor more important than mindset. That's resilience. Research from Harvard Business Review shows high performers have cortisol levels, stress hormone, 40% lower than average people when facing pressure. Serena Williams once shared, "She doesn't feel less stressed. She just recovers faster. After losing each set, she has a 30-second ritual to completely reset her mind." This is the superpower of high performers. They don't avoid stress. They use stress as a tool. But what drives them every day? Money? Fame? The truth will surprise you. Daniel Pink's research shows intrinsic motivation is 7 times stronger than motivation from external rewards. Warren Buffett, the world's 5th richest person, still lives in the house he bought in 1958. For 31,500, he says, I don't work for money. I work because I'm passionate about this game. High performers find purpose in their work. They don't work to have, they work to become. But psychology is only part of the story. To truly understand high performers, we need to go deeper into their biology. Part 2. Neuroscience and biology. Did you know Einstein's brain has been preserved and studied for over 60 years? And the most shocking discovery wasn't about size, but about how it functions. Dopamine isn't the happiness hormone as many people think. It's the reward prediction hormone. And high performers use dopamine in a completely different way. Dr. Anna Lemke from Stanford discovered high performers don't chase short-term dopamine hits. They create sustained dopamine release. Real comparison. Average person checks phone 150 times per day for quick dopamine hits. Kobe Bryant felt dopamine when he saw the basketball go through the hoop for the 1,000th time in practice. The secret? Delayed gratification. They train their brain to seek rewards in the process, not the outcome. But there's a hormone more important than dopamine that few people know about. Serotonin, the social status hormone. UCLA research shows high performers have serotonin levels 3 times higher than average people. This helps them feel more confident and purposeful. Oprah Winfrey once said, I don't feel successful because I'm famous. I feel successful because I'm serving a purpose higher than myself. This is serotonin at work. Why do most high performers wake up early? This isn't about willpower. It's about biology. Harvard Medical School research. Natural cortisol peaks between 6-8 a.m. High performers leverage this peak for deep work. Tim Cook, 4:30 a.m. Michelle Obama, 4:30 a.m. Dwayne Johnson, 4:00 a.m. But here's what's important. They sleep early. Jeff Bezos sleeps 8 hours every night. He says, sleep is not negotiable. It's my competitive advantage. Our brains create 700 new neurons every day. High performers know how to use this. Dr. Michael Merzenich discovered continuous learning thickens the prefrontal cortex. This is where impulse control and decision-making happen. Bill Gates reads 50 books per year. Elon Musk learned rocket science from books. Warren Buffett reads 1,000 pages daily. This isn't a hobby. This is investment in neuroplasticity. But understanding the brain is just the beginning. To truly become a high performer, you need to know how to apply this knowledge in practice. Part 3. Habits and strategies. Forget time management. High performers manage energy. Tony Schwartz from Harvard Business Review studied 20 executives and discovered performance doesn't depend on hours worked, but on energy intensity while working. Humans have 9,120-minute energy cycles. High performers work with these cycles instead of forcing 8 hours straight. Elon Musk divides his day into 5-minute blocks, not to save time, but to optimize energy for each task. The 4 types of energy: physical, fitness, nutrition, sleep, emotional, positive emotions, recovery, mental, focus, learning, creativity, spiritual, purpose, values, meaning. Cal Newport in Deep Work says, "The ability to focus deeply is the superpower of the 21st century. High performers have mastered this skill. When in flow state, the brain reduces activity in the prefrontal cortex. This turns off the inner critic and increases creativity by 4 times. Kobe Bryant. Mamba mentality is about focusing on the process and trusting in the hard work when it matters most. His deep work formula: no phone for the first 4 hours of the day, complete single tasking, environment designed to minimize distraction. High performers don't avoid stress. They master stress cycles. HeartMath Institute research: high performers' heart rate variability is twice as high as average people. This means they recover faster after stress. LeBron James sleeping protocol: 12 hours of sleep per day, 8 hours night plus 4 hours nap. Bedroom at 68-70 ref. Complete blackout curtains. No screens 1 hour before bed. The principle: stress plus recovery equals growth. Without recovery, stress becomes burnout. High performers don't rely on motivation. They rely on systems. As James Clear says, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." Jeff Bezos' decision-making system: Type 1 decisions, irreversible, need thinking time. Type 2 decisions, reversible, decide quickly. This helps him save mental energy for important decisions. Tim Cook's morning routine: wake up 4:30 a.m. Check emails, gym workout, Starbucks coffee. Each habit triggers the next habit. No willpower needed. And here's the most amazing part: everything we just learned can be applied starting today. But how do you begin? We just explored the secrets of high performers through 3 scientific lenses. Psychology: they have growth mindset, see failure as data, and find intrinsic motivation. Neuroscience: they master dopamine cycles, optimize serotonin, and leverage circadian rhythms. Systems: they manage energy, not time. They design environment and habits so success becomes automatic. But the biggest insight: high performers aren't born different. They create that difference themselves. So the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Every day you delay is a day your brain reinforces old neural pathways. Neuroplasticity works both ways. It can create high performers, but it can also create mediocrity. You don't need to change 100% starting tomorrow. Just 1% each day. After 365 days, you'll be 37 times better. First action. Choose one habit from this video and do it for the next 7 days. Wake up 1 hour earlier to leverage cortisol peak. 90 minutes of deep work without distraction. 20 minutes of meditation to train attention muscle. Sleep 8 hours to optimize recovery. Kobe Bryant once said, "I can't relate to lazy people. We don't speak the same language." Today, you've learned the language of high performers. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. You wake up without an alarm, full of energy. You focus on deep work for 4 hours straight without feeling tired. You face challenges with excitement, not anxiety. You find meaning and purpose in everything you do. This isn't a dream. This is science. You have the genetic code of a high performer. Now it's time to activate it. If this video changed how you think about high performance, please like and share with your friends. Comment below which habit you'll start today. And don't forget to subscribe for more content on psychology and peak performance. Next week's video, the dark side of high performance. Why some champions burn out. A necessary perspective that few talk about. Remember, you're not born a high performer. You become one. See you next week. Keep growing.